Well, hey everybody, I've opted for a wild card topic this week, and I want to talk about the end of the Star Wars Expanded Universe. This is a topic I've already explored on my own personal channel. I'll put a link to that right here. And this all really relates to Star Wars being bought by Disney, which I did a long video about that on this channel when it first happened. So if you want to check out my feelings about Disney buying Star Wars, check this video out. But in case you missed the news, about, I guess, 6 weeks, 2 months ago, they officially announced that they basically ditched the Star Wars Expanded Universe. And by the Expanded Universe, you're talking about all the books like Heir to the Empire, comics, video games, all that type of stuff. Star Wars had always operated under a system that basically everything that was published under the Star Wars umbrella was official Star Wars canon. So movies, the cartoon show, video games, books, it was all official canon, which is one of the things I always loved so much about Star Wars. Well, with Disney buying it, a lot of people were really afraid they were going to ditch the Expanded Universe. They took a while to make the decision, but they made a decision I think a lot of the fans of the Expanded Universe were really dreading. I know I did, which is basically the only official canon now are the 6 movies, and of course any new movies they do, the cartoon show, Attack of the Clones, and they will be doing new books now, so the new books will be official canon. All the old books are basically discarded. They'll still be in print, but they'll be under the label Star Wars Legends. They say they'll stay in print, but I have a hard time imagining 3 or 4 years from now all the old books will still be able to be found in bookstores. The really popular ones like Heir to the Empire, you'll probably still be able to find. But there's so many books been published from the Star Wars Expanded Universe that a lot of them are just going to be hard to find, I believe, in a few years. So I was really sad by this news. I've read 60 to 80 Star Wars books, so it feels like somebody said, you know, all that stuff you devoted so many years of your life to and you've loved in fashion, that stuff doesn't really count anymore. Just forget all that stuff. We're going to replace it. It'd be, I'd say, the equivalent if when they started doing the Harry Potter movies, they came out and said, and J.K. Rowling said, like, you know, the movies are the official canon now. Forget the books. They don't really exist anymore. We'll publish them under a different title. So I know that not quite a fair comparison, but like similar. And just imagine if you're a Harry Potter fan, how mad you'd be if somebody told you just to ditch something you love. Well, like fans of Expanded Universe, we're kind of dealing that at the moment. So this brings me to my question to the viewers this week. So I'm, as I discussed, a huge fan of Star Wars books, but obviously Star Wars are more known as a movie franchise, not a book franchise. What is a franchise that you're a big fan of, that you really enjoy a lesser known part of it? So maybe it's a video game associated with Lord of the Rings, or Harry Potter cosplay or something, you know, some aspect of a fandom that you're a huge fan of that's not the main thing that that franchise is known for, if that makes sense. My nerdy pleasure this week was VH1 last week did I Love the 2000s special. I always love the ones they did in the past, like I love the 70s, I love the 80s, I love the 90s. So it was kind of neat to look back on the 2000 to 2009 time period on VH1. So that was my nerdy pleasure. Hope you enjoyed the special this week and hearing a little bit about my nerd rage over the end of the Star Wars Expanded Universe. Real quick, I did have a punishment for Dabner. The last couple of videos I filmed a little bit farther in advance, so I did get a chance to pass a punishment his way. But I'll just give him the same punishment that I did Danny and Reb. In a future video, Dabner, do a puppet show for your video.